the mother of Moses, play a prominent motherly role. That's what Mohbad's mother, Mohbad's father, supposed to do. So they made a cut and put it inside the river.
Prophet Dr. Marcus Tibetan is still boiling over the death of Mohbad. He speaks on how Mohbad died, mystery surrounding the death of the superstar, and we ask the prophet, as a spiritual father, how do we protect a destiny child in the family? Watch what Prophet Tibetan said in this video.
Mohbad kọ́ ni ológo kan tí Nàìjíríà ti gbà. Àìmọye ọmọ ológo tí Nàìjíríà ti rán padà síbi tí wọ́n ti wá. Àwọn bàbá àti ìyá ọmọ yìí ti gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ látilẹ̀. Padà sílẹ̀ fún Mohbad. Kí lọ̀rọ̀ òṣìwò náà bàbá ẹ̀ bá rìpọ́tà sọ? Bàbá àti ìyá ọmọ yẹn, ìyá ẹ̀jẹ̀ alágbèrè. Then tí alágbèrè bá bí owó mọ̀ọ́dọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 1 Kings 3 láti verse 10. Ìyá ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ ti tún dókó kiri. Bàbá náà ò lè mọ́ kó pamọ́ tí kò máa tọ́jú ọmọ tó lógo, ó ti tún já sọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ́lẹ̀ nílé nígbà tó ń bá obìnrin míì sùn lọ́wọ́ tí yẹn máa fún ní good advice? So that's the problem. Àwọn ló kọ́ ọmọ wọn. Bíbélì ṣàlàyé fún wọn ní ká má pohùn rere nítorí ẹni tó kú.
That if we kill the dreamer, his dream can what can die. They themselves observe that this guy is a destiny child.
For more prophecies and gospel news around the world, subscribe to 12 Star TV and turn on notifications.
In the book of Genesis, chapter 1 to 6, in the whole chapter 1, God himself, that is a star, that's a destiny father, created everything for us, including the darkness, the moon, the day, the grass, the forest, the water. Yes. Then, from there, we move to Genesis chapter 4, from verse 1 to 5, where we started. Only now I'm so pleased and happy that God is not in total confusion with me. Now I have an intercourse with my wife. I has the boy Esau, his boy Cain. Then later he has another boy making Abel. Then when you look at the two of them, they're from the same father. But Abel is a destined child. But the destined child of the first destined child in the Bible was killed by his own brother. So to murder a destined child, the owner of the destined child will not know. Then I would likely wanted to remind you of this. If you disvirgin your wife, you marry your only wife, you marry everything, in one family of 4 or 5, one family of 8, one family of 300, they will only have one destiny child. Then, the destiny child, when it comes into your house, you will know. From day one of the destiny child, you know. Your baby can come on Wednesday, then the next 2 Wednesday, you are promoted at place of work. Then after 6 months again, then you bought a piece of land. Then after 9 months again, you started building the house. Then rather for that to block you, you know there's some pregnancy too. When your wife is pregnant, and it's going to be a destiny child, everything around us that time before he came, everything will be tight. But when the baby eventually comes, then everything will be loose and open. So that's how you know destiny's child. Amongst one family, there must be one. And when you look at the life of Cain and Abel, they gave them the same obligation to go and perform. That they should go and what? Give the best of their produce to him. But Abel performed his civic right in a nice way. But at the end of the day, Cain was terribly annoyed. When you look at the book of Genesis 17, Genesis 18, he said when he was under the oak tree, he saw 3 people coming. He beckoned on them and asked them, please, can you dine a while with me and stay with me a while? And then they obeyed Abraham. So when they now obeyed Abraham, Abraham was so happy. He gave them milk, he gave them everything, he prepared some meal for them. And after they have finished eating all those meal, they said, Abraham, he looks as if you have no child. So they didn't reckon with the one of Ishmael. They didn't reckon with Ishmael. Ishmael is no problem with them. You are going to have a destiny child. And if the baby comes, the name is going to be Isaac. Then when you look at the book of the same Genesis 26 from verse 1 to 10 and Genesis 25 1 to 10, they said when Abraham died, they said Isaac came, Ishmael came, and the 5 sons of Keturah, and then the bastard children. Right from Genesis 25, we have been observing and experienced bastard children. Women who sell their private part for sheep, they don't pay dowry, they don't do anything. They just sell it for fun. So they now tag them as bastard children. In Genesis 37, Jacob has a son. And when you look at Jacob and Esau in the book of Genesis 25 and Genesis 26 and 27, they were from the same womb. But God himself said, I love Jacob more than Esau. But reverse was the case later, at the later part of their life. So when you look at what happened again, in between them, in the book of, that's Genesis 27, when the father said they should prepare a meal, the last supper for him, the mother turned everything upside down. Then the boy came and said, Sir, I am here with the meal. That's verse 30 to 37. He said, somebody has brought the meal. That's it, is your brother that brought these things? He said, yes. So automatically, at the end of the day, he said, this guy has robbed me the second time. So he left. And then continued his farming. Then when you look at the book of Genesis 30, from verse 26, Genesis 31, 4 to 10, Genesis 32, 1 to 8, then Genesis 33, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He said, I never knew. He said, when will I go and prepare my own home? Then he said, on the journey, it's not for me to die here. Let me go and meet my brother Esau. So then from there, you must know that Esau is a destined child. Genesis 39, verse 1 to 10, Genesis 39, 16, 17, 18 to the end, Genesis 40, from verse 1 to 10, Genesis 41, you see the whole thing, how he interpreted the dream. Then never before then, they said, let us kill the dreamer. That's the book of Genesis 37 from 16 down. That if we kill the dreamer, his dream can what and die. They themselves observe that this guy is a destined child. Then when you look at all this that comes around now, this is a destined child. You know the father shared him more. The father took care of him. He gave him beautiful garment. He made him what? To stay with him at home. Then that was how they protect a destined child. The mother of Moses played a prominent motherly role. That what Mohbad father supposed to do. So they made a cut and put it inside the river. He made his sister to hang around the place. Then he was praying at home, waiting for the result. That the daughters of the kings, Pharaoh, will come and bathe in that water in the river. And when they came, what he was planning, what he was saying, now came to pass. So when they now brought out the basket, he said, this is one of the Hebrew child. That peradventure, maybe they cannot take care of the baby again. That was the reason why they allowed the baby to be out. And they want to make him drown in the river. So they now said, they saw a young guy. They were thinking they are playing. It was a trick. So they sent the woman, come, lady, can you go inside your people's camp? If you can get a mother who will take care of this baby for us. That's how Moses will return back to the original mother. That's to let you know that Moses is a destined child. Then to come to the other part B, you say, how do we protect them? Yes. You know, if your father did not smoke, if your father did not buy cigarettes, send you to go and buy cigarettes. If your father did not send you to go and call the concubines, if your father did not send you to the herbalist home, if your father do take you to church virtually all the time, you will know the way of the Lord. Because he said in the book of John 14, he said, don't allow your mind to be troubled. And then I'm the way, the truth, and the light. So if you taught your son and your daughter, your destined child, the truth, as Daniel 1:8, you will not deviate from it. And when you look at the book of Proverbs 3, from verse 16 downward, he said, teach your children the way of the Lord. So when he now finish, when he's matured, he will not get out of it. That's the problem. So if you are a destined child, your father has a lot of job to do. Your parent has a lot of job to do. If you come back from school, you come with another people's pencil. They have to check your bag and then go and report it to your teacher. So we will come stealing from there. Then when you look at all what we're seeing today, What about you who left your destiny child at home and you say you are going for a location to go and do filming, to go and do this, to go and do that? What are you trying to tell your son? You that go to beer parlor, you are beating your wife in the presence of your children. Then you are doing all this. That is not how the destiny child can perform. Because you that divorce, when you look at the Indian people, there are a lot of destiny child among the Indians because they don't divorce easily. When you look at the whole world, the rate of divorce in India is very low. They give honor to whom is due and they respect their boss, which is their husband. So automatically, it's very simple. But if you taught your son how to smoke, how to go and buy cigar, how to fornicate, how to lie, look at all the soldiers. You cannot see any destiny child with them because they are rough. And Lord, when you look at all the artists and the actresses and everybody, look at their life. We want life. We are all there. But because what makes us look unique is the culture. Because most of all the Yoruba children are homologo. They are what? They are homologo. Odu to dawa. Oduduwa. You can say Oduduwa. And we all migrated from Benin and everything. And that is go to Sri alone. Go to Burkina Faso, everywhere. Yorubas are there. Even in their dressing, in their way of life, in the way they respect raise their children. Because in Yoruba land, not only when you give birth to a baby or a boy or any child, it's for the community to train. It's for the community to train. Then this time around, we should encourage all these people, to all the young, talented ones. You know, if you can on track and field, if you are good, whenever a coach saw you, he has seen it in you. If you are a good boxer, when the coach do see you, he knows you know this thing. And then you see a good singer or an organist or keyboardist, you know. So every one of us too, we are all destiny children in the hand of the Almighty. But some are more gifted than the other. Because when you look at 1 Corinthians 13, 1 Corinthians 12, and 1 Corinthians 2 from verse 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then when you look at the book of Acts of the Apostle 8 and 9, then Acts of the Apostle again, you see all these talented people, and Acts of the Apostle 16, and most of the apostles. And when you look at the life of Stephen in the book of Acts 6 and Acts 7, you know these are gifted and talented person. And when you look at Jesus Christ himself, he's talented. If they can code Old Testament for him in the book of Luke, John 1, John 2 and 3, that he can convert stone to bread. He said, no, you cannot tempt me, your God. You cannot tempt me. They quote Psalm 92 and Psalm 91. He said, but he's going to give the angel charge so that you will not use your leg to hit the pebbles. Every family has a destiny child. To protect is you watch how you raise them.